Buongiorno! Hello and welcome. It was a very long time since I uploaded my last video, and as you can see, I'm still alive. I'm still cycling. But there happened quite a lot of things in my life. I will talk about it, but first, some information about the race. So this is a new Swift racing series. This month it's called Race Scotland. It's stage 1, rolling Highlands, 14 kilometers with about 77 meters of elevation, says Swift Power. I think it is a little bit more, but we will see. And as you can see, I'm starting in the B category, and also I want you to look on my heart rate, which is already at almost 210. We will come to the point why it is so high so early in the race. So you know I have a really high heart rate, 226, 227 maximum heart rate, and I often had race averages over 200. And between 190 and 205 I feel quite comfortable normally. But anyway, so my last video I uploaded in the beginning of January, and then I had a lot of stress with my master thesis. I had to finish it on, I think, 11th January. So there was no time for video editing, or I don't know if I was racing to this time. I'm not sure. I raced the Tiny Race Series on 7th January in the A category. And then one day before I had to finish my master thesis, I was racing the Swift Racing League with our team, the Wattlöwen. You can check out some videos on our main channel, Wattfabrik, here also on YouTube. It's still it's a quite German-based channel, so it would be nice if our main channel would also get some more international viewers, even though I know the videos are mainly in German language. But yeah, maybe it is something for you. You can check it out. I will put the link also in the description. And yes, this race in the Swift Racing League, it was horrible. This was the race in Macquarie Island, chain chomper. And I think I finished on the second last position, over 12 minutes behind the winner. So I was very happy that our team managed to take the win, even though I scored 0 points and finished second last. And it was a little bit like today in the race. My heart rate was very high quite early in the race, and I didn't know why, because I wasn't sick or anything. After some days I think I was quite sure it had to do something with all of the stress with my master thesis. From when I woke up until I fell asleep, I had nothing else in my head. It was not like a burnout, but in this direction. It was so horrific those last 1 or 2 weeks. And after that, the next problem. First, my girlfriend, or what is the English word for person you're going to marry? Not girlfriend, not wife, the thing between. Became sick. Nothing spectacular. Thankfully, no corona. And first I thought, I'm lucky. I will not get it. But then, I got it, and I had to stop doing sports. I was laying in the bed for 3 or 4 days and could do nothing. And then it's once again 4, 5, 6 days where I felt better, but I still had my nose was closed and my throat was scratching, so no cycling from me. And then I started really slowly with endurance endurance pace sessions, not so long. I started with 30 minutes with Coco cadence, then 45 minutes. And yeah, today I thought I feel quite good. So let's try a short race. I started early in the day. It was 11 o'clock in the morning. So typically not that big fields and not that strong fields. Most of the best riders usually start in the evening sessions of the Z racing series. And you can see, like I mentioned, I start in B because I'm in the auto categorization system. I'm allowed again to start in B, and I was very happy that I was able to start in B. Because you see all the time how high my heart rate is, and it felt so brutal for me to stay in the bunch. And I look at my face; it was not that good as I hoped. But I managed to stay here at the front. This is then the finish line here, by the way, the KOM banner. And it's, by the way, the first time I'm on the new Scotland map. So I had absolutely no idea what will happen on the course. I checked out real quick the Swift Insider post about the route. It's called Rolling Highlands, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. And yeah, that's it. I knew that it's a lot of up and down and almost no flat sections. And that the finish will be on the uphill. That's what we saw. But that's it. And yes, so how many people are left in the front group? I think after the lead-in, a very long lead-in, as you can see in the middle, upper, almost 6 kilometers lead-in. The finish is uphill. Normally quite good for me, and when we were in the lead-in, I checked out how the route is exactly. So if the arrow power-up or the draft power-up would be the better one, and you saw the last meters are very flat and it's not that steep. So the arrow power-up is the better one for the finish, and I got one. There will come another opportunity to take another one. There are only 2 power-ups available. So I decided to keep it. But in general, both power-ups are quite usual here on this course with all the downhill. I think the van is useful if you're struggling to hold the group, and then when you are on a long downhill section, you can use it. It lasts 30 seconds, so you have some better recovery. I also tried to recover. I actively tried to look on my breathing and so on, but I couldn't manage to bring down my heart rate, even though you see the colors on the bottom. It wasn't that fast. In the end, our time will be, I think, 18 minutes and about 30 seconds. It's almost 1 minute slower than the fastest time yesterday evening. And 1 minute, it's a lot. It's so much. Especially if the race is under 20 minutes. So yeah. I saw that Mr. Nohia Monio was also racing. It was quite funny that I saw him when the race started. We raced some races against each other. He makes a really nice blog in the internet over his races. You can check it out if you want. I can also put the link in the description if I find it. It's in Japanese, I think, but you can easily translate it with your browser or Google or something like that, and then it's quite good readable. So yeah, I think he's also still somewhere here in the front group. I don't know, I hope so. Let me check where he finished. Where on position 28 in the end, but he managed to stay in the front group. Yeah, a lot of Japanese riders, as you can see. Makes sense because there it's evening when we are here at midday. And only 6 kilometers to go, so I won't make any cuts in this video because it's quite short and I had so much to tell you. And I also can tell you once again, I don't forget that I once said in a video when I get 100 subscribers here on my channel that I will make some special kind of video, and I wanted to show you my pain cave and Swift setup and so on. I didn't forget it. It's still on my to-do list. We are now far over 100 subscribers, 126 at the moment. Once again, thank you. Motivates me a lot. And yeah, hopefully in next time there will come more videos. Yeah, but I'm not sure because today, this evening, it's team time trial time in Swift Racing League, so I'm not racing, and also because I was racing already today. Next week I'm not in Germany, I'm in Spain at Mallorca for cycling 1 week, and then when I come back we directly start to Slovakia for 1 week with my girlfriend, because she comes from there. Maybe some of you know, I already told it in some videos. And we are also going to have our wedding in Slovakia and Bratislava. And yeah, there are already some things we have to do and some organizational stuff. And her mother becomes 60. So yeah. And then it's already March. And 1st of March I'm starting in my new job. I don't know if I told you. I think I told that I had some job interviews, and then it also went very quick and nice that I got a contract. So yeah, on the 1st of March I'm going to start the working life, and then I will see how much time is left for cycling. I hope a lot. Thanks to Swift. It's of course much more easier than if you could only cycle outdoors. Anyway, we are almost on the last 4 kilometers. Still in the front group, I'm still suffering. Look at my face. I think this says everything. Yeah, it was quite hot here in my pain cave because outside it's quite cold, around 0 degrees, 1 degree. And I didn't want to get sick again, so I thought, okay, it's better if it's get a little bit too warm inside, then it's too cold, and I'm freezing again, especially when I saw that here are some downhills, and I wasn't sure if I have to pedal all the time, or if you can super tuck. And I have a lot of ventilators, so yeah, my choice was to keep the windows closed. But you can't see it very good in the video how much I'm sweating. It was a lot, and I always sweat a lot, but today was even more. So here, last chance to grab a new power up. Like I said before, I keep my aero helmet for 50 seconds improved aerodynamics. And now I know that from here on it's downhill until the last meters where the finish will be. But I will get a big surprise. You will see in some seconds, some minutes. And at this point I was struggling so much to stay in the front group. You see that I'm riding in quite a low cadence all the time, because normally when you're in a lower cadence, your heart rate is also lower. And if you're riding with a very high cadence, then normally your heart rate is higher. Yeah, so you see, I have, for me, it's a very low cadence all over the race, but my heart rate is still so high. I tried really anything to bring down the heart rate. I think here in this downhill section, I will try to super tuck. Yeah, this is one of these moments. I have to reach 57 kilometers per hour. Super tuck, but only for some seconds because the road becomes flatter. By the way, a very beautiful landscape and map here in Scotland. And now I still haven't realized what's going to come. I was just thinking, okay, 2 kilometers, only the last few seconds is uphill sprint. Somehow you will manage to stay in the front group. And now I saw on the mini-map, what is that? Why it's so steep? Oh my god, what's happening? You saw in my eyes, I was really checking quite often. Is this really, are we going uphill here? And you see it's 700 watts, 800 watts. Very intensive. Oh, it was like a short sprint. One rider is away, but I know, okay, when we are going uphill now, then there will be also a downhill, so let him go. The group dynamics will catch him. So I positioned myself near the front, but totally in the draft. You can see the draft measurement on the upper left corner. So this was very nice. And yeah, now it's downhill again. I think I try to super tack again for some seconds. Yep, it's only 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Pulse 215. I can already tell you I will have a new record for average heart rate in a race. 209 beats per minute. Average over 18 minutes and 22 seconds. And you know, I race a lot of tiny races, tiny race series, which are way shorter and way more intensive. So you would think that your highest average heart rate should came out of one of these races. But today. And I can already tell you I felt so bad. You will see I will jump out of the bike because I felt so bad. My stomach, my belly was, I don't know the English word, hurting. And then I ran to the toilet and I managed it in the last second to reach the toilet and I had to vomit a lot and But now I'm fine, I take a bath and I think it's just because it was the first hard effort after such a long break. Okay, but let's watch the finish. I stay very nicely in the draft. Saved my power up. You see a lot of people used it earlier. And now I hit the front almost with the perfect timing. This guy on the second position uses his power up too late. And so I managed to take a win. I think one of the wins which hurts the most. But yeah, I hope it's going now more and more up with my form. Like I said, on next Monday I'm heading to Mallorca for a training week. A lot of endurance sessions, so that will be also nice for my body. And yes, it was nice to upload a video after such a long time. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment, feedback, thumbs up, subscribes, all the stuff. And yeah, hopefully see you soon. Right on.